Alright, boys, we got the first podcast rolling. We had to get the claps in there. Well, welcome to the first, I guess it's not really RDV anymore. I guess it's like just a podcast thing. We'll start from left to right. Garrison, just introduce yourself. Say something cool about you.
What, to the camera?
Yeah, it don't matter. Or just talk to it. It's just a podcast, don't matter.
Okay, well, I'm Garrison. This is my house, and I live here.
I guess there's no hour, okay? The 410 just out the window. Don't matter. Alright, hey, let's go with you now.
I'm Hayden. I'm the only guy in here that didn't grow up in Dexter, I think.
Okay.
Oh, you grew up in Jackson.
I grew up in
That's
Jackson.
That's what he
Yeah.
moved
Oh.
Dexter.
I'm the only guy from Bloomfield in here.
There you go, that's better.
Okay, well, my name's Luke.
Alright, shut up.
Already.
I'm not saying it now.
My name is Luke. I eat 30 chicken nuggets.
This dude legit said, Caleb, bro, just bring the biggest chicken nugget possible. So we go to Chick-fil-A, right? Me and Drake are sitting there. We ordered like $50 worth of chicken, like food in general. We're sitting there. We're there for like 30 minutes. And I forget to press like, okay, I'm here. So we're sitting there for 30 minutes for absolutely no reason. We're waiting for this chicken nuggets. Came out, box that looks like a freaking treasure chest. Come back, Luke's eats in like 3 minutes. Gone.
Yeah.
Do they make you a special box? Like a special
Yeah.
size box?
It's-
You
well,
didn't
it's
even
like-
mention why we were sitting there for 30 minutes.
Yeah, because I forgot to press check in. We were there. We just sat there.
We were sitting there with our hazards on, and they keep on walking out, looking at us, and then we're like, "Why are they taking so long?" And they've never taken this long before. And then Caleb looks at his phone, and you're supposed to press the "I am here" button. Dude, we cracked up for like 15
Bro,
minutes.
They probably went to the Robin place.
I felt so stupid. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, dude, there's no way they're flying these orders out to other people. And I was sitting here, all goofy-headed, like...
Getting mad at them. They're
I
so
was
mad.
like, what is going on? All right, Luke, let's hear something cool about you.
I'm like a. What can I
Yeah, all right, you choke, so it.
say? I guess you could say I'm a country city hybrid.
Talk about the fishing tournament.
That
Oh.
I feel.
That's cool. I like that.
Okay.
Fish.
Okay. So I fish in like tons of tournaments. I probably fish 30 a year, and this year has been obviously COVID.
Yeah.
Can't really do it. So like I have 2 tournament series that have been completely canceled.
Well, see, like, I don't really understand how COVID, like, plays that much of an impact on fishing tournaments, because if you're just with your own little, like, team, does that really matter? Or is, like, are you with
well,
more
the
people?
weigh-ins, and before the weigh-ins, there's
Uh-huh.
like 300 people together.
Okay.
So like
right
when
next
you
to
weigh,
each other.
you weigh your... Are you talking... Do you
Big
have to
tall?
weigh...
You gotta
what?
weigh the fish.
Okay, I see what
You have 5 fish,
Mhm.
and they all have to be over 12 inches, and whoever has the most weight wins.
It's not bad, it's not bad. All right.
Alright, I'm Zach. I grew up in Dexter, and then I knew Caleb before that we really knew that we knew each other, but we'll come across that some other time. Then I moved away, and then I came back to Dexter, but I do musical theater and stuff. I kind of like to have my hands in, like, everything, so when I go to Murray, I'm probably...
Wait, what?
That's what she said.
Oh my god, you're so
You're horrible.
Like that, my hands.
But when I move to Murray, I'll probably try and if I don't do musical theater, I'll probably like try to cheer or something, just because that's I want to do flips and shit and get get a scholarship out of that. But
I remember in high school, this dude named River Chisholm, bro. Like, this guy was like idolized for so many people. Dude said, "All right, I'm just gonna join cheer squad."
Yeah.
And like I was like, okay, like this is the best way to get chicks. I'm gonna do this. So me and Zach had this huge elaborate plan that his senior year, my junior year, we're gonna do cheer. Towards ACL. Towards ACL blew out. So I was like, well, there that goes.
There went track and everything.
All right, so obviously I'm Caleb, I'm the host of this, and so pretty much something cool about me is I'm better than Luke at Rocket League. That's pretty much about it. Anytime you tell Luke that like you're better than him or something, like I'm okay, cool.
Hey, Luke, I'm better than you at 2K.
Well, yeah,
Oh, that's
you are
fair.
better than you.
I hate Drake is the only individual I hate playing in 2K.
He's better than you. He's better than
No, he's not. Whenever he is in the fourth quarter, I call him
It's like
fourth
the
quarter
Warriors,
Drake.
yeah.
Dude is like a Steph Curry, LeBron hybrid. It's ridiculous.
He's got luck on his side.
Mm-hmm.
It's not luck.
Luck beats skill any day.
Well, it's not even
that
lucky.
is-
It's happened so many times.
It's
now.
not. It's
Fourth
it's a
quarter
myth.
is just
It's
That
a
could be the
myth.
first thing up for debate.
That whole
After the
game.
introductions, luck versus skill.
Well, I don't know. I feel like luck
Nice
has like a time
transition.
limit. Luck has a time limit. I think like luck only lasts for a certain amount, but if you have skill, like you can take that for a long time. Like like you can have a good game of baseball, like get lucky or whatever, but you can go the rest of the season and freaking hit 150 all year. Yeah,
I don't know about a time limit though, because I feel like
there's some people that
I feel
are
like
way
luck
more
is not a being or anything like that, but like a phenomenon that comes in and interferes at a certain time. So that could happen a number of times, but not like over a certain.
But it's
I see what
limited.
you mean.
It's limited. Which whatever, like you can't get, like you can get lucky here, but you can't like be
To which
lucky.
skill
You can't be
lasts forever.
lucky like 7 days in a row. Every hour you're lucky because then that slowly becomes skill. You go off that. You get better off that luck.
Okay, yeah, I feel that.
So then that becomes the skill, I believe.
I
I totally
think-
skipped over you, by the way.
Well, I said after the introductions, but
Yeah.
All right, so I think the lens closed. Actually, is it closed?
I heard it make a noise.
Son of a
Amazing.
bitch!
it's okay. We still have the audio.
I guess so, yeah.
Hey, you said a cuss word.
Okay.
How about you stop saying that?
I'm about to be 20 years old. I could care less.
I'm almost 20 years old. I can cuss if I
I'm
want.
the
I was
oldest in this
to put in,
room.
like, the
I am
crap
the oldest in
battery.
this room.
Huh?
This battery was fully charged when I put it in.
Uh-huh.
It's already at one bar red.
Oh, you got
Go
ghost.
another one.
Ghost.
We'll still keep going off
They're
this.
We're gonna
draining
have
it.
ghosts, haunted house.
I mean, the audio is still going.
Oh yeah, the audio's still going. The audio's fine. We're
Basically, your house is haunted.
Dang it, dude. I was just staring at the camera sometimes. I just go,
Okay, so if we're already gonna get hot and haunted crap, you guys need to understand. Zach is probably the most attracted. Like, not ghosts are attracted to him.
Thank you.
All they-
No,
attractive.
I'm not sus like that. If anybody knows, it's Dave Franco.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco.
I
I
know
feel like,
James Franco.
no, I feel like Dave's a better actor than James.
I
But
feel
that
like,
doesn't have to do with him being attractive.
He's attractive though.
I feel like Seth
They're both
Rogen's more
attractive.
attractive
James
than
Franco.
both
You
of
think
them.
Seth
Rogen?
Seth Rogen is a
Yeah,
personality.
yeah. I don't talk
Okay.
about
I got a slight
attractive
issue.
Okay.
This battery also is not working.
No homo, though.
We'll just do that. We'll just post this on Apple Podcasts. And then we'll like we'll put like a picture there. Okay, so whenever they're watching this on YouTube, they can just see the picture there. It's like all of us acting stupid or something. We're creative. We'll make things work.
Yeah, yeah.
Next time we'll have it better suited for him to be in it.
Who?
So we can Gary, because he's sitting over there on a dang chair.
Are we not sitting on chairs
We're
as
gonna
well?
get the
We're
extension
sitting on
for
the-
the couch.
This is his couch. I feel bad. Gary.
Oh yeah, this is his house. Dude. This is his house. Sorry, it's my house. I was like,
He's establishing that he's the dominant man.
he's the dad, of course. I knew coming into this, I'm like, Gary's gonna be the father unit here. We're all his little eggs, and he's like the giant eagle that flies above. He's the griffin, and I'm just the mere
What?
You don't know what a griffin is?
I know what a griffin is. I'm just wondering how we got from eggs and an eagle to a griffin.
He's just a mama.
Because he's
bird
more
that comes
majestic
back to
than
the
just
nest.
an eagle.
Oh, he's like a lion
I mean,
eagle.
look at the.
Yeah.
If you guys can see the biceps right now,
Yeah.
it's cutting my
Yeah.
eyes. It's cutting my eyes right sharp. All right, boys. So, Garrison, what's on your mind, man? What's going? What are your thoughts about like actually moving out the house? Because this is like a huge transition, honestly. Like, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I'm pretty excited about it.
Mhm.
It was inevitable, and it's good to just kind of jump into it
Mhm.
because it's gonna happen.
I feel like living in a dorm room for a while, like it was a huge transition, but like going from a dorm room, like house, like home to dorm room to home to like your own personal house, super different. It's like almost a lot more comfortable. It's not because like if you're going to college your first year, it almost feels like you're forced. You know what I'm saying? Like like you have to live in this dorm room for a semester. You have to stick to this routine. It's just stupid. That's why we TRC guys get it off easy.
Yeah.
I lived there.
Now.
I lived there my first semester.
Yeah, he was in dorms. Yeah, he was in dorms.
Yeah, that's why I failed like 3 of my classes because I never went to school.
Yeah, it's like the opposite effect of like big universities. So like, because TRC is, for
You
people
should've
who don't
went
know,
extra.
TRC is like a very
I know,
small.
I wish I
it's-
would've went
It's like
extra.
not technically a community college anymore, but it's the size of a community college. It's just a 2-year school that's trying to turn into a 4-year school. But so the thing with everybody going to TRC is you go there so that you don't have to leave home. You know, it's
And
cheaper.
It's cheap. It's
And
super cheap.
but it has the opposite effect on students. It seems that I've talked to at least, and Hayden, that whenever you live on campus at TRC, you just don't go to class.
But
Like
in
you
my-
you would argue that you have the excuse to, or you don't have the excuse to not go to class because you live on campus, and our campus is so small. but it just makes you not want to go
It's like
there
a
more.
5-minute walk.
Yeah, it makes you not want to go
Yeah,
there
if it's,
more
like,
because
too
you're just
hot,
like,
or if
I'll
it's
be here
raining.
tomorrow.
You're like,
That's how I was for class because our parking sucks at SEMO.
That's how
So
I
And
would.
then tutoring's like
I
right
live
Everybody's
there.
complaining.
So I'm like, if I'm failing, I'm just gonna walk to the tutoring. I'll be
Yeah, like
fine. And then you
if
don't.
I got to class and it was raining or something, I'd email my teacher and say like oh I have food poisoning or something. You can look through my emails on my phone. It is ridiculous. I have like 30 emails. I've showed Caleb before.
This is
30
awesome.
emails in a row saying apology for attendance.
That's
So
awesome.
this dude, okay, so like he probably skipped class for like 3 days before this happened. Just the class, he's like, oh, I'm sick, blah blah blah, crap. So this dude's actually going to class one day, right? He's taking the road, and he's getting to campus, smokes his truck. Like the hitch goes through the front bumper, and he has to text his guy, his professor, and say, "Yeah, I got in a car accident." I'm like, dude,
That was right after I emailed him already saying I'm gonna start coming to class more.
I was like, you were just feeding him long after because I didn't believe him. I was like, you're really gonna tell me you got a freaking car accident? See me a picture, just like his whole front just. It's like I was like, what the heck? At least you had some evidence this time.
At least you weren't lying that time, yeah.
Yeah, but that was way more. I mean, I guess you had evidence though. That's it. Like, if I'm looking at that and you're telling me food poisoning at first, and I see car accident, I'm okay. This is getting out of hand here. So
I would be like, you don't have to lie.
yeah, you don't gotta
You
tell me you
gotta
don't want to
have
come
to-
to class.
The food poisoning one is for one of my English classes.
Curious of what.
And the next day that I went in, or the next week, because I only had the class, I had the class 3 times a week, and it was on the last day of the week, like a Thursday. I told her, I was like, hey, I have food poisoning. I had some bad Mexican food at El Torero in Jackson, and it messed me up. And then I got there on the Monday, the next week, and whenever I went up to turn in my paper, I completely forgot I even emailed her that. So whenever she was talking to me, she goes, how are you feeling? And I was like, it's pretty good. She's like, oh, I guess you're, how's the El Torero? And I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, that's the worst.
She goes, oh, your food poisoning. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, don't go to the one in Jackson. That messed me up bad.
The number 6 nachos el rope.
Drake said, yeah, I'm pretty. Oh, whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Man, that hurts. Oh, dude, thanks for reminding me. I forgot about
Even
it.
like my first semester, a different English class. This was the second semester. My first semester, I skipped literally a month straight of my English class.
Dude, I can't tell you how much class I skipped at Mill State. I hated it there so much. I was in hell.
Yeah.
I woke up every morning and Sam was like, "Sup?" And I was like, "Hey."
They're a different breed up there, aren't they?
They just walk up there like they're better than everybody else, man. It's like you got a bunch of jocks out there. Sup? I'm semi-rich and a douche. I'm like, cool. Thanks. Okay, everybody else in Dexter is too. I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
Except I feel like in Dexter, even the poorer people try to act like they're superior and act like they got money and crap. Like I feel like
Everybody in Dexter.
Everyone in Dexter has the attitude of them being better than
I don't
everyone.
understand- I don't
They have a
understand that.
superiority complex.
I just don't understand why they feel like
Imagine being their school's
putting on
rival.
this facade of having such a great status is so.
That's a good point. Bloomfield, Hayden's
Dude,
from Bloomfield.
it always
he had to deal
sucked.
with that because when
I
it comes to
hated
sports, we're
Dexter.
ruthless.
Yeah,
That's
I was the Bloomfield mascot my freshman and sophomore year, and every time we had a Dexter game, they would come and make their way out to bully me while I was in the mascot costume.
That's so
like
tough.
smack
We were
the
so
back of the
mean.
mascot head. And
That wasn't
grab
our
the
group,
tail.
I really hope it wasn't me.
I was
wasn't-
definitely
no, I wasn't.
no, because
That was-
Hayden was in my grade, so
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah. What,
Yeah,
what
it was
year,
your guy-
your great homeboy.
It wasn't. You probably.
And then I never did
I know-
Dexter games after my junior year.
yeah. So
Okay,
junior.
okay.
So it was
I know-
definitely Cody. No, Cody and them were like 2 years older.
No, it's
The
just
ones
Gerald.
above me. Yeah, it
Just
was Gerald and all them.
So,
That's rough.
dude,
I hate
me and
it.
Garrison led the charge at the basketball games this year, cheering, bro. I probably lost my voice 75% of the time watching the.
That's
Watching
how you know you're doing it right.
But I'll just be the first one to say, I'll be very, very honest about this. Dexter sports ain't it anymore. It's just not it. Nobody wants to try hard enough anymore.
Yeah.
Okay? You've seen all these sports. Like, I'll be honest, our team, like our senior year team for football, I feel like we set the bar really high, going 500,
Mhm.
being the first team like since 2012 to win a district playoff game. And I just feel like nobody really wants it anymore. Everyone just goes out there to have the status like, oh, I lettered, oh, I played whatever. I
Yeah, it's
high
more of a
school
face
sport.
thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
Well, I look at the kids that they're having.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
our grade, we were the last good sports grade to come
Mhm.
through that school.
Mhm.
Then look at everyone else that's coming up. They're all just tiny.
It's
and
more
they're
like
all playing.
accolades. They just want the achievements. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, I think the favoritism over time has slowly killed everything too. Like
Mhm.
you could argue, like all the athletes, all the people who are busting their butt to like really try and play and get playing time, they start seeing through that veil of just favoritism, and they're like, okay, well, it's just not worth it anymore. Like I know, like Austin, whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it anymore because he was like, I'm playing harder than most of these people, and they're
Uh-huh.
just,
Well, hey,
I'm not getting time.
Freaking one of our coaches back in me and Luke's junior year or sophomore year of baseball, sophomore year of baseball, coach was picking this one other kid over Luke, this freshman. And we're like, dude, what the heck? And like, the coach and
It wasn't even.
the guy's mom were just best friends, and the mom's always just
Yeah.
being like, yo, you need to play this kid really bad. Luke didn't even play until Jackson, and we ended up winning that game.
The funny thing is, my whole like baseball career, I played up with the seniors, so I knew all of them, and they all got mad that I wasn't playing because the first game I got back and played, that he actually let me play, I did 10 times better than the other kid did,
Mm-hmm.
and then he acted like I did nothing. So
People rely on athleticism too much.
it's definitely the favorites, and kids that are quiet like I was don't really get the light like they
It's
do.
just status and favoritism. It's
See,
all about
I-
who you know.
I was
Yes.
in the like one of the least like popular sports with track and everything. Which besides, I don't know anybody that like. No offense to like golf, but like I never went to. I never knew where the golf tournaments were played and stuff like
Probably
that.
the golf courses.
But I but with track, we luckily didn't have to worry about that because we had time trial days where we would like to find your top runner. You would have to go and you'd have to race your own teammates that day to see who is running that varsity meet. And if you didn't beat them, then you're just not like tough luck kid. That's how it used to be. But I think personally that's how it should be because that's how you get. In the first place, you get better teams, and then that creates that want for the kids that are younger than you that didn't beat you to come up, and then your school continues to have better teams. And it's just not done that way anymore, I don't feel like.
I think social media is also like a big factor into why no one really, because back then nobody had social media, so they had to go outside and play sports,
Mhm.
and that's why they were all better than we are.
Another reason why I feel like social media would play a factor into that, you can look back at our middle school, right? Our middle school, nobody really used Instagram, nobody used Snapchat, all this stuff. We would just like go out there, play sports, be done.
Didn't even have
And
a
as
phone.
more people go into high school, you just see them posting about game day,
Yeah,
all
it's
this
all
crap.
football
You
stuff.
you go to game day and you lose 55-0. You're 0-8 for the season. You're not doing anything, and you're
You
averaging.
don't hear about that.
You're averaging 1.7 yards, but you're too worried about posting all this stuff like, oh, game day, can't wait for senior year with my boys and crap. But like, what the hell is that even going to do for you if you're going out there losing every game and it's just useless, you know?
Hype it up too much.
For real,
Yeah,
like
that people at Jackson were bad about that. I could name a few people, but I'm not going to. You probably could name the few people I'm
Right.
thinking about.
Mhm.
And all they would post is like, they would be talking trash to the other team that they're going to be versing. Because everyone was friends with each other in social media for like the rival teams. Like obviously, I went to Jackson, our rival was Cape. All the sports people were friends with each other on the social media, so they're calling each other out and everything, hyping up the game.
Yeah.
Then the games end up being like, done, like it's not a good game.
No.
Jackson's playing like trash or
Yeah.
vice whatever. So I mean they just hype it up too much.
you think social media is still going to be a problem here later down the road?
It'll
A
get
lot of
worse.
it-
It's
I know.
just
I know it's
just
technology.
gonna get
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, the internet is just
We're gonna have a
going
bunch
to-
of little hermit crabs living around here, like not going outside, not doing anything.
Right.
I know a few of those. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
especially-
I'm gonna shelter my kids from all this.
And
crap.
people who like, I feel like as generations go on, they're gonna see this quote unquote going outside and doing activity stuff as like what VRs are, Oculus Rifts. Like they're gonna just put this VR headset on. They're like, okay, I'm outside, freaking getting wood and mining diamond ores. Like what the heck, man? You're not doing anything with your life.
You in
Yeah.
VR chat, man? You in VR chat? Ready to hang out tonight?
If you play VR chat and you are not on the meme pages or saying funny stuff, I do not. I hope you just
Find something else to do.
Find a
yeah,
better
sure.
hobby.
Let's just go with that.
Get funny first.
One VR thing I could see like classified as a sport. Freaking, have you ever played
Beat Saber.
Beat Saber. That's what I was gonna say. That
That-
wears you
I want to
out.
play Beat Saber so bad.
It wears you out. My
Really?
ex-girlfriend, her brother had it. Dude, I was sweating after like 5 minutes. It
Drake's
was
ex-girlfriend,
bad.
we're coming for you. We're stealing it. We're gonna steal it.
It was bad.
You have
It
to,
was
like-
bad because I can't play any other games. That's all I would play.
Well, see, like I see it on my TikTok all the time of people just going.
People
I'm like,
playing,
dude,
like,
there's
expert
no way I
way.
could time.
Dude, I tried Rap God.
That's
awful.
one of the harder ones. And now they have like custom songs you can go in there. So
Yeah,
people
they
put
have
all
these
this
technical
dubstep
type
music and
songs.
stuff. I can't
It's
imagine.
awful. I was doing like slow songs. I was doing like I Fall Apart by Post Malone. And
And
I
still
couldn't
you're
even do that.
sweating.
It was so hard.
You have to move your arms like so erratic.
Yeah, I would be very disoriented.
You don't have
if I
any
tried
breaks. You're always
if
like
I had
doing.
that.
And then don't
this
you have to
and,
like move out of the way?
Yeah,
of
you have to
walls,
move out of like
too?
these big red blocks that are in the
Yeah.
way.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so
stupid.
stupid.
Something
It's
crazy
just
workout.
It's just like a We Fit or something.
It's
harder than We Fit.
And then if you're playing with friends, I have plenty of videos on my phone of like Reed, he was playing,
Mhm.
and everyone's going up trying to pants him and everything because everyone's just watching you play, and you can't hear or see anything. It's scary.
I wouldn't be trying that.
Yeah.
You're in the danger zone. Them arms are
Super
flinging
hard.
everywhere.
I think I'd
Super
rather
hot
go
on
outside.
VR is so fun.
See, I can't play any other VR game other than Beat Saber because I get so motion sick. So if I'm playing anything else, I get like super lightheaded and I feel like I'm gonna pass out. It's awful.
I would love to be like in a Minecraft VR or like an anime girl one.
That's a big jump.
That is a big jump.
Minecraft
Different genres.
or anime girl.
Oh, Lady Tsunade.
Dude, but I was watching the other night to go to sleep because, like, you know, everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people will be putting. This is not on that topic, but I found this channel that does like Minecraft long play where it's like they keep it on peaceful and their Minecraft is like super high def and like you can hear the wind blowing through the grass and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
almost,
that's
it was
PC.
so peaceful,
They
dude.
got them shades.
It looked crazy. They had like God rays on their map and stuff like that. I was like,
I'm so ready for that
ooh.
Minecraft.
You have to have a freaking spaceship for a PC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to run that.
He's got a freaking jet engine.
Yeah,
For a
if
PlayStation.
you- if you're in,
I will know Luke is on and I'm in the party and I hear.
I haven't cleaned my heat sink.
Before he
But
had
I
a
cleaned it out
It's gotta be.
No, that's the
No.
fan. The heat sink is like down in the bottom of it.
It's got to be different than that because I've had the PlayStation 4 since the release, and I've
I have a
never.
Pro.
I've
Mine,
never
mine
cleaned
doesn't
it.
either. Mine's
I've
fine.
never cleaned it, and mine
You
just
haven't
makes
cleaned.
noise.
He didn't clean it either, and all his problem was the fan jamming up because
No,
all
I've
the
never had any
dang
problem with
dust
mine.
in it.
Oh,
I
dude,
guess.
you're pulling out
Coco.
cobs.
It was Coco, man.
Gosh,
Coco and all them kittens.
Dude,
Dude, that
All
kid.
the kittens.
he said,
Simba.
It was
he
definitely
said, my
Simba.
PlayStation keeps overheating. I said, have you cleaned it? He said, no.
Okay, so like, tell me if y'all knew about this. So a year ago today, I used to have this kid named Simba, and he was hanging out with his mom, and I don't know if this is like a sign of like respect for your mother in the kitten realm, but this
I know exactly what
this
you're talking
kitten Simba started eating Bella's booty hole, bro, like straight cleaning
Like munching.
it out like. I was like, what are you?
God.
And then all of a sudden you heard Zach go, "Family matters." I'm like,
It was
oh
a
my
joke that needed to
gosh.
be made.
I just don't like. I just don't know if it's like. I don't understand animals.
I think I tried to read up on it or something like that, but then all I could find was like the cases of like cats where like the mom eats their kittens and stuff like that, but nothing of that. So maybe Simba was just a different cat, man.
I tried looking it up,
Just
just came up with a
different
lot of
guy.
weird videos.
I was curious, needed to know.
Just show this one guy beating the heck out of cats and suffocating them.
Oh, dude, there was a guy like that on Instagram.
Yeah, it
when I
was-
was in like, it was my freshman year, so yeah, I just met you and stuff
So
like
they
that.
don't have
And I
cats?
kept banning him. No, it wasn't that. That was that guy that turned into like I don't know. I didn't finish
A
that.
gay model.
I didn't
Is that what
finish
it
it.
was?
He
Oh.
one of them, the guy that they suspected was like a gay
Oh,
model.
dude,
but
why are you so? You never finish TV
I'm
shows.
the worst about finishing TV shows or movies.
I know it's ridiculous.
I have like a one-track mind, and so once something else comes along, like as I look at this professional dunker on TikTok right now and forget what I'm talking about, I just like I lose it. So and then it'll take me like a year to come back to this TV show and be like, oh yeah, and then by then I forgot where I'm at. So now I got to start it over again just to repeat the cycle.
I'm the exact same way. The 100.
Oh yeah, I still haven't finished the 100.
Yeah, me either. I watched like the first few seasons, and then I think I got on my phone, and then by the time I was done on my phone, I looked up and it was like on season like mid of season 4,
Mhm.
and I was like, well crap, where did I leave off? So I stopped watching it for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And then I went back and tried watching it again. Then I fell asleep watching
Should
it,
be
lost my
illegal.
place, and then I just haven't touched it
We
since.
can't all
I
binge
can't.
watch like you and Gary, Caleb. You and Gary are elite at binge
No, okay.
watching.
I will
movies and
binge
TV
watch
shows.
if I'm like super into the show, like Outer Banks.
I
don't
binge
if
watched that
anyone
with
likes that
Wyatt.
show. I know Caleb likes it. I watched every episode of that in a single day.
I can't do that.
I know me and
can't.
Gary binge watched like 12 hours worth of Breaking Bad one day. We were just sitting there watching.
Now
it.
Breaking Bad is pretty freaking.
I even sat there with you guys for a few hours watching it.
If you're gonna Jack Ryan on Amazon came out, I finished all of season 2.
That looks
on
good,
Monday.
but I've never actually tried
And then
watching
Umbrella Academy season
All
2
day.
finished it.
That's
I
what
sat, I
I'm
sat there and
watching
watched
right
it
now.
with you.
I can't with like watch. I can watch like a show or something like that, or an anime or anything for like maybe for like 3 hours, and then my head starts to hurt, so I have to switch to something else, or like my brain just starts like all these other things start occupying my brain space, and then
Well,
I'm not watching my
I
show.
watched 3 seasons worth of 7 Deadly Sins in like a day and a half.
I cannot believe that at all.
So good. So
Dude,
good.
I finished JoJo's Part 5 and then watched an entire other anime just because I had a day off. And I
No,
finished-
that's not
Imagine
what
having that
I'm
much
doing.
time on your hand. Imagine just watching shows.
Well, it was like a 12 episode, like one season type of anime that didn't get renewed,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still 12 episodes plus like the 4 or 5 that I watched at JoJo's.
I think it should be a crime, stopping mid-show.
Whenever I
And
started,
then we have to feel bad not
Finished.
talking about it.
I would be in jail for a long time.
Oh, you'd have a life sentence.
Yeah, I would have probably
Me-
2 stacked.
Me and
away.
Drake, for real, almost had I feel like a life sentence one time. Like, what was it, like, junior year? It was New Year's or something like that. The day it was New Year's Eve. And me,
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what
me,
you're
Drake, and 2 of our other buddies, we were at we'll just call him Parker. Yeah, Parker's his name. So we were at Parker's house, and he was like, "Yeah, there's just an abandoned house out there, bro. Let's just go do it for New Year's Eve." We're like, "Yeah, bro, we're going to New Year doing this."
It's
Sure.
always the abandoned house.
Yes.
So it was really stupid because the house is right on the side of a main road, sort of, and so the people just see. So we parked his car on the road. No trespassing signs everywhere.
We pulled right up into the driveway.
Yeah, four no trespassing on a tree.
Oh, and one
two
thing
in the
you didn't mention
garage.
Is we were going to scope it out because we were going to bring more people to come with us later.
Right, yeah. We're like,
so
dude,
we were
gonna
going to
bring
be
a whole
there that
squad.
night. And then whenever we got there, we like looked at it a little bit. We went to eat at Pizza Inn, and then after that, we're like, honestly, let's just go now. So we went, and we park in the middle of the driveway, middle of the day. So everyone that goes on this, it's a pretty busy county road, and everyone that passes by can just see Parker's little BMW. It's right in the middle of
Oh my.
in the driveway of this abandoned house with moss all over it. There's no cars need to be there.
So we go inside. We had to break down the door to get in. And
There
that's
was a
that's
little-
strike one.
Yeah,
strike
There
one.
was a little like rusted lock on it. Me and Caleb had the shoulder. Like,
We broke
press
it. So we go in there, floor's all broken out, but there's like salt and pepper shakers everywhere. So guys, keep in mind, I was a juvenile delinquent when I was like 17. Who cares? And so we were grabbing these salt and pepper shakers, just chugging like basketballs, pew pew, at the walls, just shattering. We go upstairs, and there's this old box TV, the ones where you have to adjust the antennas on top.
Right.
Parker grabs a brick, throws it through the TV, grabs the TV, throws the TV. We're like, sick, bro. Awesome.
You didn't also mention our other friend. He was filming the entire thing.
Yeah,
Just our-
whole thing. We're vlogging. this
Nice.
thing, bro. We're getting this thing going.
Self-incriminating.
Okay, so like, I always get this feeling when something bad's about to happen. I'm always like,
Another thing that was inside of upstairs, like the upstairs, the room across from that TV room, there was this room with carpet all in it, and the floor was like broken out underneath. So when we would walk on it, we had to send like one person at a time because the carpet was like loose.
Mhm.
So you'd be like sinking into.
So you're almost
it's like a
falling through the
bridge,
next
you're almost
floor.
falling
Yeah.
through. And in the middle of the room, there was this big old box. It was probably I would say like 3 feet tall, and it was the one that was full of baby dolls.
yes, bro. I was like, dude, this
It
guy's
was
a
creepy.
psycho.
We saw that, and that's whenever we decided, like, hey, let's just head out.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I have such a bad feeling about this. So I walk down, and I'm just looking around the side. Drake and Parker and our other buddy, they're like at the garage. I walk around the side of the house. I see this truck. I'm like, nobody else.
It's a single lane driveway. He was parked behind
Yeah,
us.
parked behind. I was like, nobody else drove here.
Boxed you in.
And all of a sudden, I see get up against the car. I'm like,
Oh!
I said, we're gonna die. I said, I'm
No,
dying.
we didn't know it was
And
happening.
he had like his hand on his side, like I thought he had a gun. He said, everyone inside the car. So a split second in my head, I said, do I run? I said, there's a cornfield. He's not catching me. I'm fast. He's not catching me. I said, do I run? I look back.
And
I've seen already everyone else submitted. I'm like,
I'm glad you didn't.
God, I gotta
I'm
go.
glad you didn't because you saved us whenever we were talking to him a little bit.
Oh, dude, so we were sitting there up against the car. You might as well tell, because, like,
Yeah, so-
I was like,
He
all over
told
the
us, he's
place.
like, hands out of your pockets, get up against the car, and don't say anything. So we were standing there, we're all just kind of looking at each other, and he was like just interrogating us. He's like, "Why are you guys here? Like, what are you doing?" And we were trying to tell him, like, I think at first it was me and you talking,
Mhm.
and I was like, we weren't meaning any harm or anything. We just thought it was cool, an abandoned house. We just wanted to look at it. And then Caleb was like, "Yeah, we didn't even know we weren't supposed to be here." And he's like, "Do you know the owner of the house?" And we're like, "No." And then he's like, "Well, I called the owner." So the owner ended up coming, and then the other guy left. And the owner's talking to us, or he's mainly talking to Caleb. And
Oh,
he
It's
wow.
goes,
always
He-
you.
he just
It's
picks
always
on me.
you.
and he goes, "You guys know you're not supposed to be here, right?" And Caleb blurts out, he's like, "No." And then he goes, "Follow me." And he walks him up the driveway, and he turns him around, facing us. And there's like 4 no trespassing signs. And he's like, "You didn't see any of these signs?" And he's like, "No, we didn't see any of them." And he goes, "What does that sign say?" He said, "No trespassing." He pointed to the other one. "Oh, what does that one say?" "No trespassing." And he did the same for like the 2 other ones. He's like, "You're telling me you did not see a single one of those whenever you were pulling up?" And Caleb's like, "No, we were looking at the garage."
I was focused. I'm like,
Just sweat.
But-
another thing is,
Colton?
whenever they were talking to us, now our other friend Colton, he was filming the whole thing, meaning he filmed Parker breaking in the TV, and the guy was like asking us, obviously, like, what are we doing here? And then we tried telling him, like,
oh, we didn't do nothing,
weren't-
bro. We didn't
said
do
the same
nothing.
thing. Like, we were just looking at it. It was a cool old house, and we wanted to just explore a little bit. And then Colton blurts out, he goes, "Oh yeah, we took a video of us walking through. If you want to watch it."
Oh,
No,
God.
Caleb saved us. Caleb was like hitting him on the side. He's like, "Delete the video." And then Colton deleted the video. The guy was like, "I don't want to see the video." And if he would have saw that, like we,
Oh, we would have went to
yeah,
jail.
you're
cop-
in
the cops
a
would-
lot of
yeah.
trouble.
The thing that shook me to the core the most. So he was saying, like, what was that? No trespassing and, like, all that crap. Looked me in my eyes, recited Parker's license plate, and said, "You guys need to go before things get serious." I said, "Pack up, boys. We're
What a
skeeting out."
guy.
And I was like, I was like, sitting
That's
there,
scary.
mid
Yeah.
tears, but I'm like,
Yeah.
how? And Drake's sitting there. He's like,
I was
What
like,
parents
what
might
is
have
Yeah, I'd have
happening?
been stunned.
And whenever we left, we were driving like behind him, and he was driving the same way that was like towards our friend's house that we were at, and so we kept on following behind him. Like, we passed up Parker's neighborhood and everything, waiting for this guy to turn off into his house. So he turned off, and we just kept on driving for like 10, 15 minutes. That way he wouldn't know like where we were turning into, where we lived, in case he came and like talked to his parents or something.
mm.
So then we went back, we parked the car in the garage, closed the garage doors, and just sat in there. We're just like, that really just happened.
"Oh, dude!" Like, we sat in there, like, pulled out lawn chairs, like we were about to have a freaking bonfire in this garage.
No,
we're
we
like,
sat in
We're
the-
like, "What happened?"
They had a boat in there.
Oh yeah, in the
Yeah,
boat.
sat
And we
in
just
the
sat
boat.
in there, just like
We sat in there for like
What
an
did
hour
we
and a
do?
half, just like talking about it. Like,
we're like trying to make up a lie in case this dude somehow found out where we were at and telling our parents. We're like,
he has the license plate.
yeah, we're like, dude, what do we like say? Like, what do we tell our parents? My mom doesn't even know. If my mom listens to this podcast, she's gonna find out I almost went to jail.
my dad knows.
Oh, dude.
That probably means my mom knows, but they wouldn't care, honestly.
Isn't
My
it
dad
weird
knows.
how after you get in like a super stressful situation or something like that happens, or you know you're almost in trouble, but then you barely get away by the sliver of luck that you have left, that you're just like, I cannot believe that. It just takes days to
Oh,
set
I
in.
have-
Garrison
not
might remember this. So in 7th grade, we were at a middle school retreat. This is like
So
the
is
most
that one.
bailed out I had ever gotten in my entire life to this day. So we're sitting there and we're playing dodgeball. We're having a huge dodgeball tournament, bro. We're in the championship. I'm like, oh yeah, bro, I'm the new kid. Like, we're smacking these guys, blah, blah, blah. We're winning. And so it's me and 2 other guys versus just this girl, bro. We're like, okay, I'm going to peg her in the face. We're going to win this thing. This
Middle school.
girl gets one of us out, catches the other guy's ball. Teammate comes in, I get smoked. Both of them just double-headed me. So I'm sitting there. We run upstairs because like there's the big area. You go upstairs, and then there's the rooms.
I know.
And so one of my other friends came in there and acted like he hit the wall. I said, okay, if we're punching the hell out of this wall, I'm going to punch this wall. So I went through Hulk smashed it. My arm goes through the wall and misses a stud by like a centimeter. And I'm like,
And not your house. Not your house.
No. This is a retreat.
It was
place.
a church camp, Logan Valley.
Yeah.
Church camp in the middle of the woods.
So it's just me and this other guy up there. What I thought. I said, okay, dude, we're just gonna say I tripped over this trash can. My head went through the wall. That was the lie. Look behind us. This one kid just saw it all unfold. I'm like, I can't trust him. I said, listen here, bro. My head went through that wall. You didn't see nothing. He said, started shaking his head. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm in the clear, bro. I'm in the clear. So we leave to go eat dinner, come back, and the pastor sat us all down in our rooms. He's like, all right, guys, who did it? And so my friend, he already covered me for me. He's like, so-so's head fell through the wall. I said, sick, we got it, bro. Hook, line, sinker, got him. He said, that's not what I heard. And I was like, that little bastard. He snitched, bro. So, walks up to me, looks me in my eyes and said, what'd you do? Punched a hole in the wall. You got issues? Nope. Just mad that we lost the dodgeball game. So they take me to the cafeteria where we ate. Takes me to the dude that like runs the whole place. And before we walked in there, he said, it's just going to be you and him. You talk to him, you see what you have to do, we'll go from there. I was like, okay, I got this. Pastor turned around, I'm just like, I am so screwed. I'm like, there's no way I'm getting out of this. So we go in there, and I sit down with the guy, and he looks at me, he's like, did you punch a hole in my wall? I was like, yes, sir. He was like, why? He said, and I was like, I'm just really competitive. I saw one of my buddies really hit it, and I just misinterpreted it, and I just decided to put my hand through the wall. And he was just like, well, I'm going to show you grace like God does us. And I said, okay, thank you, sir. I walked out the building, went up to the boys. I said, I'm not in trouble. I said, I got bailed out, boys. And then went home. They told my mom. Oh, my gosh. My mom doesn't really get mad at me. She was mad.
Yeah,
bro.
a few things that she'll get mad about. She
was.
You feel the wrath.
Oh, I felt it.
Mhm.
It was burning my face. But I remember, oh my gosh, dude, I felt like such a pimp. All the girls were like, oh my god, you punched a hole through the wall. I was like, yeah.
Eighth grade kills. Yeah.
No.
2 walls technically,
Two
but
walls. I cracked the other side of
It's
it.
funny, all the biggest whores went to that camp. They're like, I love Jesus. and, then now, and then look at them now.
Dude, I
Look at
swear,
them now.
they all do that. There's not a single girl, maybe like 10% of the girls that go to D now, and they still worship God to this day. Nah, the rest of them are just getting plowed into F-150 in the cornfield at this point.
Like Jacob, even though he is crazy, he made a great point. He called out all the girls for going to it. for
Oh
being
yeah,
down.
dude, they're
I was
all
like,
like,
yeah.
it's just social media. They just want to post that they went to a church camp. Bro.
that's true.
It's just everything comes full circle in a small town. It goes status, accolades, social media, repeat.
Well, like just what happened when Dexter the other night. Everyone thinks that their kid's the golden child, and then they throw a party, and then they get 10 MIPs served out. I mean, just idiots.
I just thought it was dope how the guy asked. He was like, "No, I didn't get caught or anything, but I blew the highest out of all of them." I was like, "That's what I'm talking about, boy. That's what it's all about." What are we gonna name this podcast? You guys have any ideas for what we should name the podcast?
I don't know.
Let's just name it Picture Perfect and call it PP. Picture Perfect Podcast. Oh, but it's not Picture Perfect. That's the thing. That's the zinger.
Because it's not picture
It's
perfect.
not.
Because
But
the
it's our
lighting
Picture
is
Perfect
off.
because it's not
Because
working.
it's
Because what?
Because
the lighting is
off. I can see that picture perfect.
Go back to Alabama. You got stupid.
Just have picture perfect, and then the logo can be a crooked picture.
And it's us doing like with our tits out.
Gives a thumbs up.
I feel like that was a pretty successful first podcast, boys.
I think so too. And it's about UFC time.
Oh, dude. I've been waiting for this fight for the past 2 days.
The big question is, are we ordering wings?
I'm getting Chick-fil-A.
Oh, we're getting food, 100%. We'll probably get
There
food.
will be
soon.
food.
Well, guys, thank you for joining the Picture Perfect Podcast, the triple PPs.
Yeah, I was gonna say also known as.
Also known as PPPP. Anyways,
That's 4.
That's
That's
4.
three.
That's
There's
four.
only three.
hey, you guys need to chill out. It's my first podcast.
Also known as
It's our
PPP.
first podcast.
Alright. I am your host, Caleb, and we will see you next time.